All right, guys, here's the deal. Look, get obsessed. Get obsessed with your life. Get obsessed with being your very best. I'm telling you, halfway will not cut it. Lukewarm's not going to cut it. I promise you. I promise you. You're going through the day now. You're feeling terrible. You're feeling bored. You're feeling frustrated. You're feeling meh because you know that you can do more. You're half-assing it in every area of your life. I know I probably still am half-assing it in a lot of ways, especially compared to my full potential. Compared to our full potential, we're probably only at 10%, right? We're gonna push, we're gonna get better now, and then what's gonna happen is our potential is gonna grow even further. We might start operating at 50% of our full potential as it is today, but then our potential expands also. It's a never-ending process, right? You're never going to plateau as long as you never give up, but you got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep trying to have it all in all areas of your life. I'll tell you, man, I was homeless. We'll open up. We'll be a little vulnerable here. I was homeless at one point with my family, with my wife and two of my kids. Right? There was a family of four, and we were homeless. We were living in a hotel. I was working day labor, doing construction flagging, work all day, get paid, load it onto a Visa card that day after work. I'd go home, I would pay for the hotel that night. I wasn't even able to pay for the hotel in the morning. They were floating my family the room while I was at work. They were floating us. Checkouts at 11, they let us stay. But if I couldn't pay that night, we had to leave. So I'd go and I'd work and I'd bust my butt all day in the sun for just barely enough money to pay for that hotel room that night and get a bite to eat. We did that. I mean, luckily it wasn't long, but I was stuck there for 3 weeks. And then we got a break and we had someone who wanted us to watch their house for them. We were still homeless, but we were actually in a house. Somebody was letting us watch their house for free while they were going on vacation. They were going on vacation. We were living in a hotel. Can you believe it? And I got there. The reason we ended up in that position was my fault entirely. It's because I didn't do what needed to be done. As a man, I did not provide for my family. I was resting. I was slacking. We were trying to make some other dreams happen. We had these big aspirations and we tried to move across the country and we were creating our own businesses, but we weren't. At the end of it, I wasn't actually engaged. I wasn't actually trying. I was not obsessed. I was not showing up. I had the idea. I was thinking about showing up. I thought we were doing things because we were traveling across the country. We were using what little bit of money we had saved up to make this big move, and it didn't work out because I wasn't obsessed. I wasn't obsessed with succeeding on that plan. I didn't work it out. I didn't sit to work out the plan and even see, do we have enough money? What are we going to do when we get there? Are we looking for work? How are we going to find a place to stay? We went just by the seat of our pants. We were like, we're going to figure it out. And it's like, that's a great attitude in general. Like, I'm going to figure this out. But if you're not obsessed with really figuring out and actually succeeding, you're going to really run into some issues. And that's what happened. That's what happened to us. We became homeless because of it. Because of my negligence, we became homeless and carless at the same time. I had a lease on a Tacoma. That lease ran out. 36 months was over while we were living in a hotel. So there we were, a family of four, living in a hotel. No vehicle now. Had to return the vehicle. Went from on top of the world to the bottom of the world. Because I wasn't obsessed, because I had underestimated what it would take to succeed. You get what I'm saying? So, and I was so narrowly focused at this time. I was just thinking about doing some business, and I was just thinking about moving. But I wasn't obsessed with it. And I wasn't obsessed with actually creating a great life for our family. And because of that, we suffered. We suffered greatly because of that. Hardest time of our life. And we spent over a year trying to build back from that setback, right? We stayed with friends. We were in a hotel. We stayed with friends for like almost 6 months. We did not have our own place. We didn't have a house. We didn't have our own apartment. We had nothing. We were living in a hotel. We were living with friends. Because I got complacent. Because I was not showing up. And I don't want that to happen to you. Maybe this resonates. Hopefully you're not as down bad as I was. Hopefully you're not homeless. Hopefully you're not living in a hotel. But I want this message to reach somebody. Like I share that past to connect and to say, like, look, I get it. I've been at the bottom of the bottom. Right? We went from living in a hotel to living in beautiful apartments, beautiful houses, right? Having great jobs. I went from that point being homeless and not having a job or anything. Had to work myself up from the bottom. Got a carpet cleaning job, and I cleaned carpets for a freaking year and a half. A year and a half. I was making $20 an hour. Like, I was down bad. It's the only job I could find where I could have a company vehicle because I didn't have a vehicle to get to work. So I found this job which gave a vehicle, cleaning carpets, $20 an hour. Ended up having to do that for a year and a half. And then towards the end of that year and a half, I finally woke up. I woke up and I was like, forget this. Like, I am capable of so much more. I am going to get out of this. And I went from making $20 an hour and overnight got back into project management and roofing sales, and I went up to about $40 an hour, probably just under. But overnight, essentially, doubled our income, just like that. I was making $70,000 a year then, right? And then now I've gone even further than that. Now I got a nice cushy salary at $85,000 a year, right? I'm working that, and it's just going to keep going, and it's going to keep evolving and growing because now I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with creating a better life for our family. And this is one of the things I'm doing with that obsession. This is one of the dreams, was to speak to people and to help other men grow and to pick themselves up when they hit rock bottom, right? So if you're at rock bottom, just know I'm here for you. I'm here for you. And the key to turning it all around is you have to get obsessed with creating a better life, and you have to get obsessed with becoming the man. You have to become the man you're meant to be. And you have to do the actions that are going to take you to the life that you want. If you want to increase your income, you want to double your salary, you better learn some new skills and you better start doing some job applications. If you want to lose the weight, stop eating the terrible food and start going to the gym. Or do some push-ups outside. Go for a run, right? You have to do the things that are going to take you to where you want to go. And it's the only way to do it. It's the only way to do it. If you're at rock bottom, just know I'm here for you. I make these videos for you because I've been at the bottom. I know what it's like, and I know how difficult it is to get out of the bottom, even when you're trying your best. It is extremely difficult, and I know that. I've been there. Like I said, it took us over a year to build back from being homeless. Well over a year, right? So I'm here for you. I'm here for you. If you need help, if you need motivation, if you need inspiration, if you need some tips, if you want a little guidance, a little strategy, hit me up. Leave it in the comments, right? I'm going to look at all the comments. I'll respond to everything. I'm here for you, and I want to help. I want to help you because I know how hard it is, especially if you're a man with a family. You got a family to support. So do I. I'm here for you. I love you. Leave it in the comments. What do you want to get obsessed with? What's the life that you want to create? Love you guys.